Smash the screen. Let's start with something healthy, shall we? Support comes from Brickhouse Whey Protein. Now, I have wasted money on protein powders, lots of money, and the results never delivered. Nothing. No energy, no strength, just hubs of protein that left me bloated and disappointed. The doctors at Brickhouse Nutrition, though, explain why. Because most of those protein powders are full of cheap fillers like soy, corn syrup, maltodextrin, even cellulose. That's junk that your body just can't use. Brickhouse Whey is different. It is doctor engineered, not market made. The clean formula makes it highly bioavailable so that your body absorbs it really fast. You feel the difference right away. Better recovery, lean muscle, more energy. And guess what? It is lactose free. There's no bloating, no stomach upset, just results you can trust. So don't let junk protein sabotage your progress. Go to thenewway.com and use the code LEMON for 20% off. That's thenewway.com, promo code LEMON. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5. So glad that you are here. I say that every day. You know, it's weird. You guys know what Pavlov's dog is? You know what that theory is? Well, so the ad things, like if the ad, it's a pre-roll, right? Which means you do it, you roll it before the show or pre-show. And so the music plays, and as soon as the music stops, unless you're at TikTok, folks will see it, I start talking, and then I realize there's an ad. And every day I am reminded, I'm rolling the ad first. But I still do it every single time. It's like Pavlov's dog. When I hear that music and it pots down, I go, hey, and then the ad rolls. That's what happens. So guys, I think I have a cold or sinuses or something. I think I might need to take a COVID test. So bear with me. I did take some sinus cold medication. So if I get groggy or if I don't know what I'm talking about, that just means I'm normal. No, if I start being loopy, it's because I took some cold medication. So I am glad that you guys are here. Let me know where you are streaming from, and let me know what's going on in your world. Okay. So welcome to Lemon Live. By the way, I have the Hot Topics background. That's okay. It's bright. Let me know if you like it. If you like this studio setup right here. Tim hates it, by the way. He says, I like the house. I'm like, okay. All right. Hello, Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Hello, New Jersey. Hello, Memphis, Tennessee, Atlanta, Austin, Texas, Mexico. Wow. Hi, Mexico. How are you? Boston. It's raining. It's raining in New York, too. It's raining right outside of my window if I look here. Seattle, Olympia, Washington. Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, guys. Now, I promised you this earlier. I told you I was going to talk about this sort of dystopian hellscape that we're living in right now, and it really, really is. And ground zero for it is Washington, D.C. And I'm going to take you to Washington, D.C. Hello, stars are in Delaware, not far from Delaware, far from Covington, Georgia, but not far from Maryland, who's also in the house, Louisville, Kentucky, a little bit far from you. But I'm going to take you to Washington, D.C., and some of the things I have to apologize in advance because it's not going to make you feel good about the world and about our leadership and quite frankly, about our country, that we are. How did we get to this? Seriously, how did we get to this? Let me know how you're doing. I'm going to take you through this over the course of the next hour. So if you are joining us on the YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and it's just hit the thumbs up. Like and subscribe, right? Just hit the thumbs up because it's important. Fascist Florida here, Jennifer Griffin, Jennifer. It is important for the algorithm. It affects the algorithm. More people become aware of our content, okay? So thank you. If you're on TikTok, smash the screen, whatever you're following us on. Hit the likes, the hearts, what have you. Oh, and Substack. Substack. I will not be running the show on Substack. I just wanted you guys to know that we are here, because we need the members and the subscriptions. And it's not just that, it's that Substack is I'm gonna be doing more writing. By the way, I have something on Substack that you should read. We're going to talk about it probably later on tonight or tomorrow. It is on Pete Buttigieg. And then Gavin Newsom, hopefully we can get that done tomorrow. We're going to talk about Gavin. And these are the potential presidential contenders for 2028 on the Democratic side. And we know that they are. I mean, we just know. You know how they're acting that they are. Okay. This is going to tick you guys off. Let's put up the headline. This headline is from the Daily Beast, okay? Miller, meaning Stephen Miller, unloads on stupid white hippies in unhinged crime rant. Stephen Miller, of all people. By the way, they were talking about Lindsey Graham's Bucci Cat. Similar thing, similar street discussion about Stephen Miller. But before we go into the Stephen Miller unloading on this unhinged rant about stupid white people, and JD Vance is the same thing. Old white people, old white hippies. It's just some dumb, crazy shit. Okay, so we'll talk about that. But I want to show you. Okay, sit back and watch this. It's awful. This is this is ICE detaining the Spanish-speaking man. And I am told my Spanish is not so good since I left college a couple of years ago. And it is, he's saying, I don't have anything. I'm just trying to work to feed my family. I'm not causing any trouble. I'm not a criminal. I don't have anything. And they don't care. It's brutal. It's cruel. And it's just someone who just wants to earn a living for his family. We should not be treating people this way, but here's the video.
Yo no tengo nada, señor. Señor. Yo no, por favor. Yo no debo nada, papi. Yo no debo nada. 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 Yo estoy trabajando. Yo no debo nada. 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 Yo trabajo. Yo quiero estar con mi familia. Yo quiero estar con mi familia. Yo vengo de trabajar. Por favor. Yo vengo de trabajar. Yo quiero estar con mi familia. Yo no soy criminal. 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 Yo quiero
saying I'm not a criminal.
Brother. Hermano. Vámonos, maldito. Llévalo, hijo. Ya. Me está lastimando. Me está lastimando. Me está lastimando.
Man, I don't really know what to say. Tell me, guys, if someone who can do a direct translation. I know a little bit of what he's saying. I think he's saying I'm not a criminal. Yeah, and Florian, the border did cross the Mexicans. He's saying you're hurting me. What do we do? He said, you're hurting me. He said, you're hurting me. He doesn't want to leave his family. Why is it? Why did we fall for this cruelty? When you think about people who think it's cool to, for people who come here because they want to have a better life. I know that immigrants are not criminals. Not all immigrants are criminals. Not all undocumented people are criminals. Most of them are good people, and most of them pay taxes and they pay into the system and they get nothing out of it because they're not documented. When did we become so cruel? Not to have empathy And to want to treat people like human beings and to have them have due process doesn't mean that you think like there should be open borders, because that's what the right does. That's what Trump and that's what those MAGA dumbasses will say. This is open borders and they're here illegally, blah, 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 blah. For what they're here for, they are less criminals. What they're here for is less criminal than what Donald Trump was convicted of many times over. That's the thing that these dumbass people don't get. Yo no soy criminal, Donald Trump? Yeah. Yes, he is. How did we allow ourselves to get to a point where the cruelty, has it always been there? Are people that sick? And obviously, yeah, this is some racist bullshit. Like this is, and Donald Trump wants to, at the Smithsonian, he wants to like get rid of some of the African-American exhibits or not have them teach about slavery and racism. So if this is not evidence to you guys that, pardon me, they want to turn this into a white country, as people said, I don't care if someone how they got here and what they're doing. Why are you doing that? Why are you going after hardworking people? It's gross. It's gross and disgusting. And it just comes on the heel of this one that we saw on Saturday. On Sunday, people on a Sunday morning out jogging, going to brunch, going to church, coming back, whatever, just enjoying the morning. And then they had to be a witness to this.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
What's he doing?
Fuck you.
Fuck, you alright, dude? No. Hey, pull Chris off. Pull Chris off.
Fuck this.
Hey, yo, stop. Back the fuck up. Yo, get the fuck out of this city.
Get out of the city,
bro. Get out of our city. Choke yourself out.
We're right here, man.
Turn it.
Why are you guys here? Answer questions, bro. Why are you guys here? Do you even have identification on you? Who are you guys?
What are you guys?
Yo, can we see some badge? Who are you guys? Can we
you guys the cops? And shut the fuck up.
Are you?
Who are you?
Yo, why you gotta wear the mask, man? Take your mask off and show me some badge, huh?
You guys are bro, it's so easy to be behind the mask. Fuck out of my head, dude.
Yo, let's see some badge. Yo, let's see some badge work. Boys, let's see some badge work.
Do I have to answer to you? You gotta answer to somebody.
So wait, so you guys are just masked?
Don't worry.
We're just masked up?
Who are you?
Who are you guys?
I don't care, my guy.
You don't care what agency?
You don't care.
Bro, what agency you guys with? Are you guys working for the U.S. government or not?
Back the fuck up.
Can I see some badge work?
Back up.
Sir, can I see some badge?
Is the camera on? Is your... Oh, you guys are ruining this country. You know that, right? Liberals already ruined it.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Can we see some badge work, guys?
His property.
Hey, guys.
already ruined it. No number, no ID, no name.
This is a democratic process. It looks like it. Can we see some badge work?
We already ruined the country.
Hey, man, can we see some badge work before you go?
Can we see some badge numbers?
Hey, sorry.
Get the plates, bro. Get the front plate.
There is no front plate.
Oh, weird.
Oh, so you guys, is this legal?
Okay, so here's the thing. I played that. I just wanted you guys to see. I just wanted you guys to see it. Just so you could just know how cruel we are. Why? I am afraid that this is going to, I've been saying it over and over, it's going to spark violence. It's going to incite violence in this country. How does this make you feel seeing this? How is, excuse me, how is MAGA okay with this? How is anybody in this country okay with this? Even if you are the staunchest MAGA supporter, even if you are the staunchest conservative, but especially this is so weird because this is the exact opposite of what conservatives say that they believe in. This is the exactly what conservatives and libertarians and what the Republican Party has said for so long, that they did not want occupation. And this is exactly what the Second Amendment was written and enacted for. They are moving into dangerous territory. Do you want to be living in an occupied place? All those videos make my blood boil. They make me sad. Put that blood boiling back up there. Pardon me. Andy. That Andy, not our Andy. Andy Zakaris. It makes my blood boil too. First, it makes me sad. I want to cry. I want to help that person. I wish that I was an attorney, right? Or if I had the resources to just be able to help that person out. Anyways, so when I say that this is completely opposite of what the MAGA folks are supposed to be about, like this isn't what, like this goes against like conservatives or people that say, you know, we are a country built on this and we believe in freedom, don't tread on me, that kind of thing. This is 100% opposite. Okay, so this is Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon is I think he's a former Donald Trump supporter, or he is a Donald Trump supporter, but now he's not down with the cruelty that he is seeing. And who can blame him? I want you to listen now. This is a little bit long, but just remember. And he said he was also a follower of some sort, I think of Alex Jones.
A friend of.
A friend of Alex Jones. Hey, oh, you think you like my thing? You said it looked like a Miami strip club. Look at this one. I like this background. Keep going. Let's go.
They've already got the cops on the street that are not cops or that are the military. They've already got the National Guard on the street. They already have all your information in D.C., and now they just get to decide what is and isn't over the line. That should scare everybody. You're fucking nuts, dude. If this doesn't scare you, you're nuts. All of these things that Alex Jones, you know, and I've had Alex on, I like Alex, but all these things that Alex Jones was like worried about when I listened to him in the late 90s, early 2000s are coming to fruition. And he, you know, I don't know where he is on all of that stuff, but like, I know he's a big fan of Trump, but like, this is everything Alex Jones always talked about. Military in the street, the FEMA camp, the tech company that monitors everything, the surveillance. This is all of that. I mean, not to sound like a fucking nut. This is everything a crackhead. And I don't even mean a crackhead like crack, but a guy smoking weed in a room with a fucking black light and a fucking, insane clown posse tattoo on his arm. I'm thinking of a very specific guy I was friends with. But this is everything that guy would have talked about. He'd be like, bro, there's going to be military in the street. They're going to put you in jail for your fucking thoughts, man. If you just say them, bro, you're going to be in fucking jail. There's going to be a fucking company that monitors everything you do, bro. Like, this is literally the wet dream of every conspiracy theorist that has ever lived, and it's happening now.
He's right. And it's usually like the MAGA conspiracy theorists, the guys who are sitting in their basements, the manosphere, the people who are saying, oh, the ladies are taking all of our jobs and we can't date. We're not getting any. No. It's those guys. It's the guys who are sitting around, many of them listening to Joe Rogan or to the Schultz guy. That's what it is. And now, all of a sudden, they're okay with it. That's what I told you guys this morning about the cognitive dissonance of all of these people, the hypocrisy, why they are losing it. Aren't you guys aren't mad? This doesn't tick you off? And wait till you hear what Donald Trump's goons are saying. The J.D. Vances of the world, the Pete Hegseths of the world, the Motley Crew, Stephen Miller. They are speaking. And you should see that nobody likes them, by the way. You should see the reception that they are getting. It's worse than Elise Stefanik. When she tried to speak on Monday in front of a crowd of people in her own district and she got booed off the stage. This is worse than being, I mean, J.D. Vance, more than any of them, J.D. is just getting trolled by the people in the crowd. That isn't so shocking. That is actually heartwarming that people have the nerve to say stuff to him, and that he knows how hated he is when he goes in public. Remember, he gets booed on vacation. Whenever he visits someplace, people boo him. He's getting booed in Washington, D.C., the very place that he says they're trying to clean up, with no evidence of what Donald Trump is saying about the crime that it's even true. First, a word from our sponsors. Support comes from Mint Mobile. Now, nothing ruins summer plans like a giant phone bill. While you're planning barbecues, road trips, long weekends, your wireless bill could be the last thing that's holding you back. Did you know that? That's why so many, including my very own team here, switched to Mint. The service is crystal clear. The coverage is nationwide 5G. The data is fast. It is the same experience that you get with the big carriers at a fraction of the cost, though. So right now, new customers get 3 months of unlimited premium wireless for just $15 a month. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Keep your phone, keep your number, and start saving today. So go to mintmobile.com/DonLemon. That's mintmobile.com/DonLemon. Support comes from Ali. So if my dogs could talk, you know what they say? They'd beg for Ali. I have tried other foods, and you know what? We're just never excited. But with Ali, the tails wag, the little hops, the goofy grins, that's the Ali effect. Ali delivers fresh human-grade meals made in the U.S., in U.S. kitchens. There are no fillers, no preservatives, just real food in flavors like beef with sweet potatoes or turkey with blueberries. Healthier food means a healthier pup. More energy, shinier coats, better digestion. So all you have to do is you just take a 30-second quiz about your dog's size, weight, and activity level, and Ali builds a custom plan just for your pooches. And Ali is the only fresh food brand that includes unlimited routine health screening. So go to ollie.com, OLLIE.com/lemon, and use the code LEMON for 60% off your first box. OLLIE, ollie.com/lemon, 60% off of your first box. So thank you so much to our sponsors. Now, you guys want to hear from the folks that I mentioned, okay? So I'm going to start with, this is J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, Stephen Miller being booed at Union Station in Washington, D.C. Here it is. Get out of here. Now that is in a public place. Boo, get out of here. Now, why are they going to Union Station? They're going to Union Station. Number one, it is a what? It's a PR move. It's the optics for cameras. That's why they want to go there. J.D. Vance, though, has some choice words for the protesters and for the people who are not happy with what's going on in Washington. By the way, we're going to show you the evidence that most people in D.C. hate what's going on and hate them. They don't want to live in an occupied city. But here is J.D. Vance talking about why troops are in wealthy, safe areas. Here it is.
Why are troops stationed here at Union Station on the National Mall instead of areas in D.C. where crime is statistically highest?
Well, if you've ever been to Union Station in the last few years with your family, you know that crime is actually extremely high right here in Union Station. You have vagrants, you have drug addicts, you have the chronically homeless, you have the mentally ill who harass, who threaten violence, who attack families, and they've done it for far too long. This should be a monument to American greatness. This should be a place where you can come and share a meal or go shopping with your family. It should not be a place where parents of small children are afraid to bring them because, to Stephen's point, we have empowered criminals over the people who actually need public safety in the city. So I think Union Station is a great example of what's possible when you actually have the political willpower to bring law and order and common decency back to the public spaces of the United States of America.
Well, back to the law and decency, back to the United States. None of what he is saying or doing has anything to do with law and decency. It's not law and decency. Otherwise, they would have due process. Otherwise, they would be treating people decently. And do these people live in, I wonder, it's because you're going to hear more from these guys. As I was sitting there watching this, I was wondering if these people live in bubbles. Do they live in bubbles? I should say live in gated communities. Do they not live in cities? Do they not understand that big cities have issues? Do they not understand that all the times that they cut funding for the homeless, for the people who have mental health issues, for services, or even when people say, we need to add some counselors and people who know how to de-escalate situations to the police departments who are actually not armed police officers, so conflict officers who can go and deal with these. Do they not understand when they vote against those things, when the very Republicans and MAGA people vote against those things, then you get the conditions in these spaces, in public places, in cities that you are dealing with now. And so you're seeing actually, J.D. Vance, the ramifications and the receipts for the things that you voted for and against. Had you voted differently on funding hospitals for people with mental health issues, then you may not be seeing as many of them on the streets. If you actually had the decency to vote to help people become housed instead of unhoused, instead of giving so much money to the national security, and really taxpayer money, all the money that that Pete Hegseth is spending on his own personal security for all of his babies' mamas. You are seeing the fruits of your harvest. You reap what you sow. This is your fault. And now you're trying to, this is blaming the victim. Well, I don't know why the guy is so skinny. Did you feed him? No. I don't know why he's bruised. Did you beat him up? Yeah. Now you're blaming the victim. And it's obvious to me that you must live in a gated community, or you must live in a protected community, because you don't understand what cities are like. Big cities have issues with crime. It's just, I don't care what big city you're in. You're never going to stop at 100% unless you start having more humane policies. The Goon Squad out and about at Union Station in Washington, D.C. today. And here's J.D. Vance again on, I think this is, no, here is, Vance, when he asked about the D.C. crime surge. Someone says, hey, J.D. Vance, you guys are talking about this crime surge or whatever. Do you have some receipts? Where are the receipts? Huh. Interesting answer. Here it is.
Empowerment is going to keep on going until we make America, and D.C. in particular, a safe place again.
What evidence do you have that the DOJ has? Are you going to be releasing it?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to be releasing evidence of this?
Of what? The D.C. has a terrible crime problem? You just got to look around. Obviously, D.C. has a terrible crime problem. The Department of Justice statistics back it up. The FBI statistics back it up. Just talk to a resident of this city, this beautiful, great American city.
Okay, pause.
Don't they deserve?
That is a lie. That does not back it up. Those agencies don't back that up. They have no evidence. They're actually suing the Washington, D.C. Police Department because they are saying, oh, well, there's no, the information that they're providing about crime is wrong. And so to say that the Justice Department has evidence or someone else has evidence at the Justice Department, that isn't true. He's lying to these people's faces. Back it up a little bit. Show us the evidence, JD Vance. Show us the stats. You're right, Carla. Show us the stats. If you have the proof, show it. They don't have it. So that's why he laughed. All you have to do is look around. This is about feels. All of this is about the feels. Go on.
Back it up. The FBI statistics back it up.
No, it doesn't.
To a resident of this city, this beautiful, great American city, don't they deserve? I mean, we talk about human rights. We hear these people outside screaming, "Free DC." Let's free DC from lawlessness. Let's free Washington, D.C. from one of the highest murder rates in the entire world. Let's free Washington, D.C. so that young families can walk around and feel safe and secure. That's what we're trying to free D.C. from. And as Stephen said, it's kind of bizarre that we have a bunch of old, primarily white people who are out there protesting the policies that
oh my gosh. So you hear JD Vance discriminating against white people? He sounds woke. Is he a race baiter? Is he a white woke? Is he a race baiter there? Why is he talking about white people? Why is he defaming white people? Really, JD Vance? What's wrong with you, man? That's sarcasm, by the way. So I thought he liked old white people. Yeah, you're right. This is infuriating. Keep going.
people safe when they've never felt danger in their entire lives.
They've never felt danger in their entire lives. That is JD Vance. When they live in a bubble like that and they live in gated communities, they have no idea. They have no idea. And then these are the policies that he helped to enact. These are the restrictions that he placed on people. This is the votes that he didn't cast to be able to help people, to be able to provide and add more to our social safety net. These are the Doge jobs that they helped to get rid of. The institutional knowledge for people who can help in these situations that they help to purge. Why is he being an ageist? Right on. JD Vance is, look, you guys think Donald Trump is bad. See what happens if this guy becomes president. No, this is the worst, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this to you guys. Real sorry. I have to tell you. I'm going to let you hear from Stephen Miller, and he is more unhinged and dystopian and looking like someone who comes from an army from a time gone by. And you'll know what I'm talking about. Stephen Miller, listen. Sorry about that.
They have no families they're raising in this city. They have no one that they're sending to school in this city. They have no jobs in this city. They have no connections to this community at all. But they're the ones who've been advocating for the 1%, the criminals, the killers, the rapists, the drug dealers. And I'm glad they're here today. Because
what is this? So you guys think this is new? This is not new. You know this sound? I mean, look at this guy. I'm not going to do the sign. You know, the thing that one hand when you outstretch. So, you know what I'm saying? So you hear what they're saying? The criminals, the drug dealers, blah, blah, blah. Anybody remember this? They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. Some, I imagine, are good people. This is not new. Keep going.
me, Pete, and the vice president are all going to leave here, and inspired by them, we're going to add thousands more resources to this city to get the criminals and the gang members out of here. We're going to dismantle those networks. And we're going to prove that a city can serve for the law-abiding citizens who live there. We are not going to let the communists destroy a great American city, let alone the nation's capital. And let's just also address one other thing. All these demonstrators that you've seen out here in recent days, all of these elderly white hippies, they're not part of the city and never have been. And by the way, most of the citizens who live in Washington, D.C. are black. This is not a city that has had any safety for its black citizens for generations. And President Trump is the one.
Now Stephen Miller cares about. I knew there would be some humor in here. Stephen Miller cares about black people. That's why they're putting all. That's why they're putting all these military people in white, affluent white neighborhoods. Stephen Miller, you're laughable. You're out of your mind. All of a sudden now you care about black people, because if you would have cared about black people, you would have done something to help police departments. You would have gotten police departments in line. You wouldn't want to give them all immunity. You would help with community policing. You wouldn't be taking services away if you actually cared about the black community and the black citizens of Washington, D.C. You don't give a fuck about the black citizens of Washington, D.C. You don't give a fuck about black citizens or black people at all, ever. Never have and never will. And your history, all of it shows. It shows that. Look at what you say. Look at what you do. I was going to say George Bush doesn't care about black. So, and Stephen Miller doesn't either. And this guy is a Homeland Security advisor. We are in fucking trouble. Keep going.
Who is fixing that with the support of the Metropolitan Police Department, the support of the National Guard, and our federal law enforcement officers. So we're going to ignore these stupid white hippies that all need to go home and take a nap because they're all over 90 years old, and we're going to get back to the business of protecting the American people and the citizens of Washington, D.C.
Wow, why are they being so 90 years old and these white hippies? What is wrong? I mean, I think they got there and they were shocked to see so many white people. And they're like, this is Washington, D.C. Why aren't the black citizens out here? Shouldn't they? The optics that we wanted were black people getting beaten up and black people confronting us so that we could, we could continue and advance our racist narrative. That's what they wanted. But you know what the black folks said? I'm not falling for this shit. I'm not getting out there. You're not beating me up. I'm going to mind my own black business. That's what they said. And so the white folks are out there saying that this is wrong. We live in a city. We live amongst people, diverse people, people of color. And we know we're realistic about what happens in cities. We are smart enough to understand where you can and cannot go at certain hours. That is just America. And it's always going to be that way. I don't care how much you occupy it or try to. There aren't that many service members to be able to do that. And by the way, that is not what the U.S. military is meant to do. It's to go on American streets. Not at all. So Stephen Miller, are you kidding me? You care about black people? You don't care about black people. And you know why they're doing this? Because they're butthurt. They're butthurt at the reception that they got as they were walking through Union Station. They're butthurt about the reception that they're getting in Washington. People who are telling them, as well as the National Guard and the members of the military, to get out of our city. And let's just be honest. I think it's just where the cameras are, and maybe they should maybe that's a distraction that they're sending, all of these military people to white neighborhoods so that the cameras can go there because they feel comfortable with the cameras going there, the people who are actually taking the pictures, right? So they send them there to be a distraction. And it's probably a distraction from what they're doing in the black neighborhoods. They're probably cracking some heads in the black neighborhoods. That's what they're doing, I'm sure. So if people are falling for the old banana in the tailpipe, go to some of the black neighborhoods and see what they're doing at night under the cover of darkness and masks. See what they're doing. They're butthurt because they thought people would love them. They thought this would be like a Trump rally. They think everybody in America should be like a Trump rally, just glazing them. People who don't care about facts, people who are conspiracy theorists, people who are QAnoners, people who believe in Pizzagate, people who had this whole theory about about alleged PDF files. And as it turns out, your dear leader is in the PDF files, in the Epstein files. And all of this stems from, and we shall not forget it, from what? Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. He has Epstein derangement syndrome, and he's trying anything within his power to get people to stop talking about it, and the media is falling for it. Sometimes I think we fall for it a little bit, but we need to get back to Epstein, Epstein, Epstein while we cover this as well. Now, you want to hear, wait till you hear how they were treated. This is why they're butthurt, and they're all going, and these white hippies, these old white people, all these old people, white people who are out there, this is why they're so pissed. You're going to hear from that right after a word from our sponsors. Support comes from Beam, B-E-A-M, okay? Life doesn't slow down. The news, the noise, the stress, it piles up. Burnout is the point. That's what they want, right? That's what the opposition wants. But rest is resistance. That's why I use Beam's Dream Powder, a natural sleep blend with reishi, magnesium L-theanine, apigenin, and melatonin. It helps you fall asleep. It helps you stay asleep and wake up clear without the fog or the crash. Since I started, my mornings feel sharper and I'm more grounded. I get more accomplished. Thank goodness I need it in this job. I'm not the only one, too. Dream Powder has improved more than 17 million nights of sleep all across the country. And it tastes amazing. It's smooth, comforting, easy to make part of your nightly routine. So go to shopbeam.com and use the code LEMON. Use the code LEMON for up to 40% off. That's shopbeam.com/lemon and use the code LEMON for up to 40% off. Support comes from 120 Life. So let's talk about high blood pressure, okay? It is the #1 risk factor for death. 1 in 2 adults has it. That's a 50-50 chance that you're at risk right now. So 120 Life is a juice blend of superfruits clinically shown to lower blood pressure naturally. Doctors recommend it, and you can track the results yourself at home with a simple monitor. I've seen it work with people I know. Their numbers dropped, their health improved, and they felt in control again. So 120 Life tastes really great. It's simple, and it works. I want you to try it. You can try it for risk-free. Go to 120life, 120life.com and use the code DON for 20% off. If you don't see results in 2 weeks, well, you're going to get your money back, okay? So don't gamble with your life. Go to 120life.com and use the code DON. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Our sponsors, we appreciate it. Okay, so here is why they're mad. Are you guys ready for this? Now, there's some salty language here, but I think most of you will like it. Here it is. As they were leaving today.
Oh, look! It's Couch Fucker! You gonna fuck a couch, buddy?
Right here. Do not go past
There's another Ohio! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Go fuck the couch! Go fuck the couch, JD Vance! Go fuck the couch! Oh, look!
And look, he's smiling and laughing, and that's a reception. I usually don't like to laugh at stuff like this, people who are being intentionally cruel. But I think at this point, these people deserve it, and they need to know how people feel as they are walking in public. They should not be getting away with any of this. Can you imagine this goon squad anywhere near you? I'm glad that they're pointing out and pushing against this stuff. We should all be pushing against this stuff, especially if you see people in public. You should, 100%. How do you guys feel about that? Are you going to, anyway, the whole couch thing, that's a whole nother show. This is Nick Fuentes. This is what Nick Fuentes, you guys know Nick Fuentes, right? But what is going on with Nick Fuentes? He's like this extremist. But this is what he's saying about Stephen Miller and others. Nick Fuentes is saying Stephen Miller, Jewish, attacks stupid white hippies and elderly white people as J.D. Vance chuckles. Says Trump is making D.C. safe for its black residents who actually live there. This is disgustingly anti-white. Didn't I just say that? Then you get the racist who says it as well. This is disgustingly anti-white. How is this? How is MAGA? What is Donald Trump going to think about that? About J.D. Vance being so anti-white. And by the way, for them saying, oh, we're making this safe, families need to be able, who takes their families for an outing in Union Station? Okay, fine. Look, if you want to, then that's your business. But I have never heard anybody go, hey, kids, wake up. Let's go. We're all going to Union Station today. Union Station is someplace you go to if you work near there. You may go to the food court, or if you're catching an Amtrak train or a regional train and you're commuting back and forth. That's when you go to Union Station. There are some shops there, people shopping. That's usually people coming in and out, or they live in the area, or someone is like visiting, doing some work in Washington, D.C., and they get to Union Station. They're like, I need to go to the Uniqlo and grab some underwear. I need to go to the Uniqlo and grab some T-shirts. Oh, there's a McDonald's over there. Before I get on the Amtrak, I'm going to go grab some McDonald's. I'm going to go to the Subway or whatever, the sandwich shop. I'll get a coffee. Who takes a family outing to Union Station? I mean, I could be wrong. It is a mall in the middle of kind of nowhere, mostly business area. But I have never seen people like, we're going to go shopping today. So we're going to go to a shopping spree at Union Square Station. Give me a break. Most of the people who live in Washington, D.C., Donald Trump says, oh my God, they're loving the policies. J.D. Vance and those guys said the same thing. The Washington Post is telling you the truth. Washington Post says 79%. We asked 604 D.C. residents about Trump's takeover. Here's what they said. Tough crime continues to be a concern. Though crime continues to be a concern, most residents strongly oppose Trump's actions and don't think they'll make D.C. safer, a Washington Post a Schnar school poll found. Okay? Let's go through this a little bit. This is what this story found. And there you see the folks occupying Washington, D.C. This is what it's like. Kind of reminds me of New York after 9/11, which was a reason for that. There was a reason for that. Washington, D.C. residents overwhelmingly opposed Donald Trump's decision last week to take over D.C. police and order federal law enforcement and the National Guard onto district streets. And 65% don't think his actions will make the city safer from violent crime. That's according to the Washington Post Schnar school poll. 31% of district residents say crime is an extremely or very serious problem in the city, down from 50% in May and 65% in spring of 2024. While the latest poll finds strong opposition to several tactics Trump has employed, residents show some agreement on one view. Just under half think increasing punishments for convicted teenagers would reduce violent crime. Now, that's a whole different story than occupying the streets of the city. That's actually a reasonable assessment. The vast majority of residents, though, don't want Trump controlling law enforcement efforts in the city. About 8 in 10 D.C. residents oppose Trump's executive order to federalize law enforcement in the city, with about 7 in 10 opposing it strongly. About 8 in 10 Washingtonians oppose Trump taking control of D.C.'s police and federal troops patrolling the streets. Read it and weep. Those are the facts. Now, Donald Trump will probably try to fire whoever reported this, all right? Call up Jeff Bezos or whatever and tell him, you got to stop with the biased Washington Post, the fake news, who are reporting the factual crime statistics all wrong. Now, that is what he is likely saying or going to say. And then he's going to get people, his folks are going to say, oh, it's just the fake news. These are, the numbers are wrong, unless the numbers are in Donald Trump's favor. Washington Post polling showing 79%. Do we have just the full screen of that? Washington Post polling showing 79%. There it is. Read it and weep. 79% of D.C. residents oppose Trump's takeover of D.C. police and dispatching the National Guard. 80% of blacks and 67% of Hispanics oppose it too. Thoughts, Stephen Miller? The numbers are fake. We need to look at the Justice Department and the FBI. Police, we're going to sue them because the numbers are wrong. These people fall for this dumb shit. Huh. Wow. Vance is pressed on the polling as he is at this event today, and he says it's fake. Here it is.
A majority of DC your message to that?
I'm sorry?
Polls show that a majority of DC residents don't support the Guard here. So what's your message to the majority of DC residents?
I'm highly skeptical that a majority of DC residents don't want their city to have better public safety and more
Pause, please.
reasonable.
Now remember, he is saying this as people are screaming at him. Every time he's on the streets or out in public, people are, and I'm sure he's seeing the videos of people saying, get out of our city. You're fascists. Why are you here? Can we see your badge numbers? Why are you wearing masks? We hate you, JD Vance. Go F a couch. Are you about to go F a couch? All of these disparaging things that people are saying to him, and yet he has the nerve to stand there as people are screaming at him right outside of the doors where he is holding this fake setup photo op. And he has the nerve to say, oh, I highly doubt it. That is not living in reality. Keep going.
Safety standards within Washington, D.C. I don't know what poll you're talking about. Maybe the same polls that said Kamala Harris would win the popular vote by 10 points.
So there you go. And maybe she did. I'm just saying. One day, we are going, wait till you know how the future always uncovers stuff and it always comes out? And I believe in our lifetime, I mean, just like the average person's lifetime, we're going to find out. We're going to wake up one day and there's going to be a headline or someone's going to uncover some shady shit that happened. I'm just saying. Now, you heard Donald Trump, and he was on Fox and Friends yesterday. We played it for you earlier. You heard Donald Trump saying, "Oh, wait, have you seen what I've done to Washington D.C. and the restaurants and folks who are business owners? Everything is booming and popping, and it's bullshit." D.C. council member says people are not going to restaurants, and also the Washington Post did a somewhat of an investigation, at least a report, an in-depth report on what is happening with restaurants and businesses in Washington, D.C. They are tanking right now because these are the summer doldrums. People are out of town. Washington is, the lawmakers are gone. And so they're having a restaurant week, a restaurant appreciation week or something like that to try to make up for the money that they usually lose in August, or at least the slow times. They don't usually lose money, but it's very slow for them. Now they're losing money. But here's a D.C. council member explaining the facts. Here it is.
That's right. And, I represent Ward 2 in Washington, D.C., which includes downtown D.C., the National Mall. Over 50% of all of the businesses in D.C. are in the area that I represent. And this is very important to have a thriving tourist community for our local economy and in our unique position as the nation's capital. And we take that very seriously. Just yesterday, I met with a group of nightlife operators during the day. Last night, I had dinner with a group of restaurant owners, all of whom were telling me that their reservations are down, that many of their staff are afraid to come to work, that their customers are choosing not to dine out. We need people to dine out. We need people to visit our city. We have a beautiful city that we want people to visit and to enjoy. And there is a way to do so safely. And so, again, these tactics that the Trump administration is using is not going to get us towards a safe and vibrant city that we know everyone deserves and wants here in Washington, D.C.
She sounds very reasonable to me. Now, I don't know why, it doesn't sound partisan at all. I don't know why anyone would not listen to that unless you're just not trying to hear it. Unless you just have Epstein derangement syndrome and nothing anyone could say to you will make people are talking about this. You're asking me a question about this. Every question that is asked about this means that you won't be asking me about Jeffrey Epstein and me being in the Jeffrey Epstein files and my name being redacted. Every time someone yells that's why he's sending them out. He doesn't go out in public like that. Every time he sends out his goon squad, meaning the ones who are in the administration, not the members of the National Guard who are out there, or whatever those, I don't know if they're National Guard or whatever agency they belong to, or maybe it's just some jackbooted thugs out there who are vigilantes. I don't know. One doesn't know because they're wearing masks and they won't show any identification. It is on every level. It is unbelievable. Yes, it is so effed up on all levels, black diamonds and pearls. You're right. And so are you okay living like this? I'm not okay living like this. I think there needs to be more accountability. And I think it's, some folks may be upset about people screaming or yelling or whatever. Oh my gosh, how dare them. I'm sure they're going to be clutching their pearls on Fox News about all of this as they play the video. How dare they treat their lawmakers like that? These liberals and woke people. That's what they'll say until it happens to them. If these were liberals out there or Democrats out there doing to the public what they're doing, they would be screaming to high heaven about don't tread on me and my First Amendment right of expression and the Second Amendment. This is what the Second Amendment was about a well-armed militia, and people are going to start using, they have every right to take action. That's what they would be saying. That's sadly what they would be saying, except they're not, because they have no morals. If you would like to know anything about the Don Lemon Show, go to donlemon.com. You can watch us right there. Let me tell you how to join and how to become a member, okay? How to subscribe. Hit that watch button. Hit the watch button. You just go right there where it says subscribe. Subscribe. We're subscribed to our own channel, obviously. And then you can hit the join button right there. It's that easy. And I think next week, there's going to be a join button on the iPhone, and that shall make it easier for everyone. It is important that you support all members of independent media, because we're out here and we are trying to bring you the truth without fear or favor, challenge folks without fear or favor, criticize our leaders without fear or favor. That's what we do. Not happening a lot in corporate journalism, but it's happening a lot. It's happening in independent media. Some people like it, some people hate it, right? Some people like it, some people hate it. As a matter of fact, let's put up, we have a Substack that's out that I put up today. And I think it's very interesting. And I thought it was, very fair and very complimentary of Pete Buttigieg. But I think Pete has some work to do because the facts are showing that he has zero black support, and no one can become president of the United States as a Democrat without large black support. And so there is some words of warning and advice and constructive criticism for Pete Buttigieg if he wants to continue and win. Now, I say in this article, I think he would be a good president, a very good president, but he's got a lot of work to do. Okay? So check that out. It's on our Substack page. You can go to donlemon.com and click on Substack, and it'll take you right there. Boom. There it is. Okay? So, anyways, and also if you want our merch, go to donlemon.com, click on merch. There we go. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to do this. A lot of folks are asking me, where did you get the hat? Where did you get the shirts? I want the thing that you were wearing. There it is. And speaking of, we do have some folks who are, and my team is going to tell you who is this? Wow, she is gorgeous. Holy schmoly. Who is this?
This is Ursula Harvey.
Oh my gosh, Ursula. Okay, now Ursula, and look at her in a tank of all. Come on now, Ursula, and the Don Lemon fan. I love it. Do we know where Ursula's from?
Oh, no, we don't.
We do not.
Ursula, the skin is skinning, the hair is hairing, the lips are lipping, the body is bodying. I'm just saying, you look good. The eyebrows are eyebrowing, the eyebrows are browing. You look great. Wow, beautiful lady. Thank you for your support. Who else?
We have Anita Halbert, aka Bug Nita.
Hi, Bug Nita. Love it. I love it. That's a gray shirt. It could be the blue one. It could be the lighting, but there is a gray one as well. I think that might be the blue one, the lighting. Lemon Live at 5. Thank you.
She's from Illinois.
Illinois. She's from Illinois. Thank you, Anita. Oh, wow. Okay.
Charlotte Smith from Nashville.
Hey, okay, Charlotte. Look at that sleeve. I see you. Her name, you said it's Charlotte?
Yes.
From Nashville? I see you, Charlotte. It's your cowboy Carter hat on. Okay, I got you.
We got Joanne.
Hi, Joanne, with the light blue shirt. Where's Joanne? Do we know?
Washingtonville, New York.
It's a beautiful, wow, that's a beautiful backdrop for a beautiful lady. And she's good, right? And you got some good sun. You got some good lighting going on in there. She looks good. Thank you for your support. Who else do we have?
This is Lemon Blossom.
Wow. Guys, you have to admit that's a very well. She must be an artist. What's Lemon Blossom has to be an artist. Look how this is very well proportioned. Beautiful artwork there. Beautifully put together. Who else we got?
Marianne from Jersey City.
You know, I ordered some of these and I have not gotten them, and it's been a while. I ordered them a while ago, and I haven't seen them. Tim, have you seen these anywhere in the merch that we got? He's not answering, but Gus is. I do have that glass, though. That's right here. Boo! What else we got?
We have Micaiah and Femi from Delaware.
Hi, Micaiah and Femi, you said from Delaware?
Femi.
Femi. Femi from Delaware. I love the pink shirt. That shirt looks good. The Don Lemon show. That looks good in that color. I have that one. And I love the Lemonation with my signature. Thank you guys for your support. Oh, what a cute, beautiful smile. She's wearing the same hat. Oh, people be knowing. Hi, who's that?
Tamara from Colorado Springs.
Hi, Tamara from Colorado Springs. Thank you for your support. That's all. We got any more?
We have a few more.
Oh my gosh, we got more. I love the black shirt. I got to put my black shirt back on. I was saving it for fall, and it's a little chilly today. And I love the mug. I had the mug this morning. Thank you. Thank you. It's just gorgeous lady.
This is Tangela Gaynor from
Look at
Prince
her house,
George.
Her house looks so warm and cozy and very neat. Looks like she's meticulous about things. All right, who else do we have?
We have Wendy from Pittsburgh.
Hey, Wendy. Wendy, that shirt looks great on you. Look at Wendy. Hello, gorgeous. In her car doing the car selfie. Okay, who else?
We have Wilma from Panama City.
Look at that smile. Oh, Wilma. I love Panama City, Florida. We used to call it the what Riviera, and we would summer there. We would go there for summer. I think my senior trip was to Panama City, Pensacola, somewhere in that area. I think it was Panama City. We had a great time. I used to go there all the time, Panama City. How is Panama City these days? It's hot as hell, though, in the summer, but we loved it. You know, the first time that I had ever seen a hermit crab. Do you guys know what hermit crabs are?
Yeah.
Do you guys know? I had never seen a hermit crab growing up in my life until I went to Panama City, and they would sell them in the shops. And so I would take hermit crabs home in the summer when we would go there on vacation. Crazy, huh? Okay, what else? Hi, gorgeous lady. Beautiful smile. Thank you for your support. Love the shirt.
Wilma is our last Lemonhead, but she has one more photo.
Wilma! Wilma! Is that Wilma? Is that right? Flintstone, does he scream Wilma? Or is it the Jetsons that scream something? Anyways, old people be knowing. It is true. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it. We're going to see you back here at 10 a.m. Eastern time for Hot Topics, 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I'm going to try to go to sleep. I'm going to take some cold medicine. It's going to knock me out, or just some beam. Yeah, Christy. I didn't want to say that. Did I say that? But that's what people call it. Even white people call it the Redneck Riviera. Yeah, it is good. If you have ever, people may talk shit about the Panhandle of Florida. Now, let me tell you, there were some issues there when we would go. There would be some racializing going on there when we were growing up, and it probably still goes on, but hopefully not to the extent that it used to. But if you have never been to the Gulf Coast, that part, Panama City or whatever, that sand and the water, unbelievable. I mean, it is like white sand, soft, and the water is placid, not a lot of waves. It's hard to surf there because it's not, and it's in the Gulf. It is just the most beautiful water and place, and it's just gorgeous. Just Google if you can and look at Florida's worst it's been there. I know there were some issues, but it is just spectacularly beautiful. I mean, and it's warm water. You don't get in and go, woo, like here in the Northeast. You jump in the water and it takes your breath away. Not there. It's not quite like bath water. I don't like beach water that warm, but it is good. Someone said, play the song, Don. We did not get permission from him. Well, we did. In the email, he said you should play the song. He made it for us. Do you guys want to hear that song again? Come on, play the song. You guys want to hear the song? Don't forget to end today with oh my God, they want the song, guys. What was his name again?
It's the Don Lemon Show. It's the Don Lemon Show.
He's unmasking the truth. He don't take no shit. It's the Don Lemon Show. Don Lemon. Don, 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 Don. Release the Epstein files.
Turn the TV off. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.